What's up, tribe? How you guys doing? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and I hope you like this video. This is your review for Lovers and Friends, season 2, episode. What are we on? Episode 4, I think. These are the one-on-one dates. So, listen, Lionel is the bachelor. Lonnie is the person dating Dennis. Okay, I got the names this week. Them L's was getting me last week, but y'all knew who I was talking about. Shit. So I mean, shoot. So Mike takes Lionel out on a date, and they go to yoga. So it looks like they in somebody's apartment. Look like they in somebody's apartment, and they having like a private yoga date situation. So while the yoga instructor is telling them what to do as far as get the mats and do this and do that, and then he gonna say, and clothing is optional. What they do that at? Like, I'm with Lionel on this one. Who taking their clothes off to have yoga on the first date, second date? Well, who doing that? So Lionel said he ain't never been to yoga before. But he's open to trying something new. And of course, he's giving Mike the side eye when Mike say something about, well, you heard him say clothing is optional. So, I'm going to leave that up to you. That's on you, however you want to do. We're not doing that, sir. We're not getting naked. So, they do the yoga, okay? Now Lana said that was a red flag for him with the whole you could be naked thing. Then they doing the yoga. Now, Lionel done already said he ain't never done yoga before. It's clear that Mike is a yoga expert. It is clear that this is how he gets his workout on. So he looks over and he realizes that Lionel is not as flexible as he felt like he should be. He talking about something that's a red flag for him. He ain't limber. How that's a red flag? If you've never done yoga before and that's not your form of exercise, you might not be the most, limber person. I'm not sure what he meant by that being a red flag for him. I don't know I don't know how that's a red flag, but okay. Anyway, so they do the whole session, which of course, let me tell you something. Yoga is hard, okay? Yoga is hard, and it ain't nothing sexy about yoga if you've never done it before. It is awkward. You feel clumsy. And then especially when you sitting next to the damn yoga master who clearly does this every, Tuesday and Thursday down to the fitness gym, whatever, Planet Fitness or whatever. So I'm just sitting here like, now, Mike, I was liking you, but I feel like you was doing a lot during this little date situation. But anyway, they get through the yoga, and when they get done, he got like a little, light, after workout meal for them so they could sit there and talk and, get to know each other a little bit better. And so Mike tells him, he said, listen, I can tell this, I appreciate you being open to doing something new. I appreciate that. Now, listen, let me say this. I feel like I've been giving Lionel a hard time, and I don't mean to give you a hard time, Lionel, but I also feel like you really need to open yourself up and stop being so negative about everything. Everything is no, nah, nope, not doing it. I don't know, nope, what you talking about? Who does that? Why would they do that? If somebody do that, I just feel like you real negative about everything. Listen, just relax. Enjoy the moment. Live in it. So while they're talking, we found out a few things. Mike, he hasn't been in a relationship for 3 years, and he says, 3 years ago was probably the lowest point that he'd ever been in. He had broken up with his partner. He had lost his job, and he said he was out of work longer than he expected to be. And he actually ended up losing his apartment. He got evicted from his apartment. And so he said, I didn't have time for a relationship because I really was focused on getting my life back on track, doing what I need to get done. But his son is 18. He said he don't have no crazy ex, baby mama, or nothing. They were never married. He said they co-parent very well together. His son just got into college, so congratulations on that. Lionel asked him, which I thought was a good question, where do you see yourself in 5 years? He said, listen, I see myself starting my own logistics company. I've already started laying the foundation. That's something that's going to happen. I see it in my future. Lionel says that he wants a franchise. He said he's not sure what the franchise is, but he does want a franchise. Um, he said he's worked in fast food most of his life, and so he's very familiar with that industry. So I'm here for that. Look, franchising, that's money. That is money on the floor. Especially if you have the expertise and you've worked in it and you know how it works and all that good stuff. So good for you. um Mike tried to feed Lionel the strawberry. I feel like every time Mike tried to be like a little sexy with him, Lionel ain't know how to handle it. He was real awkward with it. Like he doesn't know how to banter. He doesn't know how to flirt. I think he don't know how to flirt. He doesn't know how to banter. The punch, it was like a mystery punch. He was like, it sure does taste like a mystery. It was it's so negative. Like the negativity, and the fact that we can't flirt and have a good time. Oh my gosh, it's frustrating. I know from experience, it's frustrating. But then when it was all over said and done, Mike did ask Lionel if they could go out on another date. Lionel said yes, but in his confessional, he was like, I don't know. I mean, I said yes, but I don't know if it's really a yes. I mean, and he said, well, I could come up with something. I don't know if it's going to be this out of the box, but I could do something, come up with something. So I don't think we got no love match. I don't think when we get to the end of this, I don't think Lionel going to be choosing Mike, because it just... Mike asked Lionel about his ex-boyfriend. That's who he really want to be with. Lionel has said a couple of times that his ex, they're really good friends. It just didn't work out romantically. But then he was like, our families are still real cool and, want us to be together. And, I said, yeah, that's who you really want to be with. Now, either A, y'all going to figure out a way to find your way back to each other, or B, you're going to eventually get over it and you'll be open to a new relationship. But that's why right now you see something wrong with everybody that's in front of you, because that's who you really want to be with. I mean, that's just my opinion. So over down to the other side of town, we got Dennis and we have Lonnie. So they go to the axe throwing thing, and Dennis said, listen, I wanted to do something different because, I always like doing something different on my dates, something you've never done before, because then when it comes, when you go to do it another time, then you'll think of me, because I was the first person you did it with. So first things first, Dennis' phone rings and he answers the phone. Dennis talking about something, I'm gonna call you right back. No, the hell you on a date that just started. Like, y'all ain't even played the thing yet. And I like Lonnie. Lonnie talking about who calling us. Dennis was like, nobody calling us, they calling me. He said, but I do like that though. I like how you gotta put your foot down like, bruh. So, they get ready to do the axe throwing situation, and since neither one of them had done it before, they made a bet. He let Lonnie make the bet. So Lonnie was like, okay, well, the loser has to take a shot somewhere off of the winner's body. Now, what I envisioned in my head ain't what Dennis had envisioned in his head. What I had envisioned, well, I don't know what I had envisioned, child. I had envisioned like somebody pouring the shot glass and sitting it on a certain part of the body, and then you like leaning over, taking the shot glass in your mouth and sort of tilting back. That was the whole scenario that was in my head. Dennis was thinking, pour the shot and then drink it off of somebody's body. But that's clearly what Lonnie thought too, because Lonnie said something about taking a shot out of his belly button. No, I'm never doing that. Some people don't clean in their belly buttons. Do you know that? Some people don't understand that you have to take the washcloth and wipe up in the belly button every time you shower. No, I'm not drinking nothing out of nobody's belly button. No, man, we're not playing that game. Anyway, so Dennis is talking mad shit, talking about how he gonna whoop his ass and how he gonna do this and do that. And guess what? Dennis lost. Lonnie won. But they were both good sports about it. So they were sitting down, having a little cocktail after they played, so they could talk a little bit. And I feel like Lonnie lost some points because they were talking about, why Dennis chose him or whatever. And he started shading D. And I think that kind of turned Dennis off a little bit, because Dennis was like, listen, don't worry about who not here. You're here. You won. There's a reason. Well, not one, but there's a reason why I picked you. So live in that. Like, yeah, it's cute or whatever, the cat, but you don't have to be so shady. You don't have to be like that. Like, you here with me for a reason. Then they were talking, and he was talking about how he don't have a passport. And Dennis was like, listen, I was with you on this one, Dennis. Dennis was like, oh, you're not going to Atlanta, Miami, and LA me to death. You better add Vegas to that. Listen, I am all about taking out my passport and getting stamps, all right? And I understand this last year has been a little different. We had to be a little limited because of what's going on. Everybody ain't trying to get on no plane internationally with everything going on. I'm with it. I get that. But, bruh, if you don't go get you a damn passport so you can put some stamps in it, I was with you on that one, Dennis, all day long, honey. All day long. Then he asked him something that you're, like, definitely afraid of, and he was like, mice, which, listen, I'm with you on that one, child. But he also said not being happy. They asked about what attracted you, and Dennis was like, them teeth. I love those teeth. I think Dennis just got a fetish with, like, stuff on the teeth, because we know he got them gold teeth, and Lonnie got braces. I think that's what, I don't know. I guess. But ultimately, excuse me, I'm sorry, they ended up playing again, and Dennis won the second time, which was cute. But ultimately, it was a good day, I think, for both of them. But then something in the previews for next week made me feel like, well, maybe it wasn't as good as I thought it was. Okay. But anyway, that was it, y'all. Next week, we're going to see, I think it's time for the Bachelors to try to make a decision, honey. And so we're going to see how that sort of plays itself out. But that's it. Y'all let me know what y'all think. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.